Hey, Wannabe Gamer with another Top War video. Today we're going to be talking about the radar truck, an update that was snuck into the game with no mention in any of the patch notes I was able to see, so I guess you could say it snuck in under the radar, but I'm renaming this from Radar Truck to Vit Pit. And I don't mean to insult it, but you'll understand what I mean in a minute. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what you can look at. Now you can see I have a couple of missions here that I'm able to complete in the center of the screen. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see it says reset for 200 gems. At the beginning of the day, this will actually say 25 Vit or 25 energy. You spend the energy and it scans for missions, and then the rest of your missions will pop up throughout the day. The number of missions that are shown on your screen is based on your radar's level. Now, the missions do have a quality. So for example, you see I have a 1-star and a 4-star mission here. The 1-star would give me 15 elemental reactors and 60 elemental chests, where the 4-star would give me 30 and 120. These aren't the only rewards you can get. These are just very similar missions, so those are the kind of rewards I'm getting from there. But you can get elemental items, you can get components, you can get gold chests. I've seen blue, purple, and even orange hero shards. I've seen Odinium, class research speedups. The rewards in this are absolutely phenomenal. But let's say you get a bunch of missions that are all level 1 and maybe you don't want to do them. You can hit reset for 200 gems at the bottom to reshuffle those and hopefully get some better missions. So that's the advantage of that. But to originally open it, it's going to cost you 25 energy. Now the number of missions you can do per day is based on your commander's level according to the information tab up here. And I'm level 80, I was able to complete 20 missions before it stopped me. If you're not level 80, let me know how many missions you can complete. I'm curious about how this scales. Since this is a new mechanic, I may be missing some details, but I made sure to study this as hard as I could so I can give you guys a good video. Another thing about this is the radar level is based on how many missions you've completed. So if you want radar level 2, you need to complete 3 missions. Radar level 3 requires 20 missions, and as you can see here, if I wanted to get to radar level 4, it's going to cost me 300 missions. So this does escalate very quickly. Now, there are 5 different missions that can show up, and as I've already mentioned, they have star ranks. Now, the highest star that anybody in my server has seen is 5-star. Now, I'm going to assume that's the max, but in the daily tasks, one of the things is a 6-star mission, so there could be a possibility of the radar truck having something similar. It's just extra rare, but the highest I've seen so far is a 5-star. If you've seen a 6, let me know in the comments below. But now let's go over all the different missions. Now there's 5 different missions, and I've made sure to take a screenshot of all of them. Now what's interesting is you do have to march to all these buildings, and as you can see here, I have a march with a little radar down here below, but up above, it says my marches are still 4 out of 5. You can see I have 4 marches gathering, but I still have 1 available. The radar marches for 3 of the 5 do not count as normal marches, so they don't take up a march queue. And I will point out which ones do take up a march queue and which ones don't. So let's go ahead and check out all of them. The first one we're going to go ahead and look at is the Green Cross or the Rescue Mission. Now, this one costs 10 energy to do. Basically, you click on it, you spend 10 Vit, and your march goes out there, but it doesn't take up a march queue once it hits the building. In returns, you're able to collect your reward from the radar truck's screen. The next one we're going to go ahead and look at is this blue one. This is the Dark Legion Remnants. This also takes 10 energy to hit and does not require a march queue to hit it. However, once you hit it, when you go into your radar truck's screen, it'll give you another mission to kill dark forces. It doesn't matter which ones you kill, but it'll have you kill 1 to 5 dark forces. So you hit the building for 10 energy, which doesn't require a march queue. Then you have to kill dark forces, which of course does require a march queue. The next one is the Dark Legion's Treasure. This one doesn't require a march queue, but it does take time. So on my screen right now, these are one of the 2 missions I have left. You can see that it has an estimated time needed to finish this, but it also has a help. At the moment, I have 20 out of 20 help. Now, what's interesting is you're able to help your allies in the regular Alliance donation tab. And as you can see here, I can help everybody and I get rewards for them helping them out, either tech chests or R&D. And it depends on the quality of the one they're doing. As you can see, not all these rewards are the same. And the benefit they get from you helping them is it actually speeds it up. Now, the amount it speeds it up is actually based on the star ranking, so I tested this out. If it's a 1-star, it only speeds it up by about 5 seconds. If it was a 3-star, it was 20 seconds, I believe it was. So the amount you get sped up from someone helping you does depend on what star rank it is, and also different star ranks do take different amounts of time. So higher star ranks, of course, are going to take longer to dig. So this help does automatically populate into the Alliance thing, so you don't have to do anything to ask for this help. Once you attack this, which does cost 10 energy, does not take a march queue, it'll automatically populate your help into the tab, and up to 20 people can help you regardless of which level it is. Oh, did I collect this one? Nope, I got to go to this one. So 10 energy, marching. As you can see, I have 5 out of 5 marches occupied, but I still have this 6th one down here marching to it. So once that's complete, it will start taking a certain amount of time to complete, and then once it's completed, I'll be able to collect the reward. So that would be the 3rd one. Next, we're going to go ahead and check out the Dark Legion Fort. This one, you're actually able to rally or attack. This building does take a march queue, so you will have to actually have a march queue available to attack this. And Diana does reduce the cost of this. And it doesn't really matter if you rally it or just straight up attack it. Both of them cost 10 energy, but Diana will reduce that by 2, just like she does with most other things. It's not particularly strong, so you don't have to worry about rallying it if you don't want to. I was able to beat this as if it was just about any other Dark Force, but once your march goes out here, beats it, and comes back, you're able to collect your reward from the radar truck. And then the last one that I was able to find is this robot. Now, this one only takes 5 energy to hit, but it does take a marching queue, and just like the last one, Diana can reduce the energy down to 3, so that's helpful. And all this one does is you hit it, come back, and you're able to collect your reward. So those are the 5 different types of missions that you could potentially get from this. I'm very excited about this because anybody who's hit over level 80, if there's not an event going on, there's a lot of time where you're just kind of like, what do I do with my energy? I guess I can attack Warhammers to help the Alliance gift, but there's a lot of stuff we just weren't able to, or there wasn't much we were able to do because we just had a bunch of energy and nothing to really do. So I am happy to see this. If you are leveling up, while these rewards are awesome, you're going to have to weigh the balance between focusing on Dark Forces and Warhammers to continue leveling up and doing this, because this definitely is a huge energy pit. Being able to do 20 of these a day and most of them costing 10 energy to complete, or there's the one that costs 10 energy and has me kill additional Dark Forces, and then there's also the original 25 energy just to search for the missions, is why I have nicknamed this the Vit Pit. But I'm still very happy to see it. It's a very interesting mechanic they added to the game. This is probably the reason that they shrunk the expedition base from a 3x3 to a 2x2 to make some additional room for this. But there are just a couple of complaints I have about this. They are fairly minor, but it's something I wanted to bring up. So in the help request that I showed you earlier, as you could see, I keep having to hit claim for all of these, and when all the Alliance members all have something like this going on, it can be a little tedious to get through them. Like I said, not a huge thing, but just kind of annoying. I wish they would just kind of expedite the ability to help everyone. And then the other thing is the map can get a little bit cluttered. As my map loads in here, you can see that a lot of these buildings show up on the edge. Now, this is probably only cosmetic. My only worry is I don't understand how the algorithm works on the game, so this could not mean anything. But with all these bases here, does that mean it pushes out resources, Dark Forces, and Warhammers farther away from your Alliance because these are taking up space? If that is the case, it's a minor issue because it's not terribly much farther, but it is something that I wanted to bring up. But overall, I'm very happy about this addition to the game, but I'm not going to be calling it the radar truck. This is the Vit Pit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, have a fantastic day.